Okay, so I'm going to assume you've already got these, this downloaded, which is right here, sample link for the sample photos. So you'll download those, and they should end up in your video production folder, which should be on your desktop somewhere. Let's see, where's my Finder? So mine are right here in my video production. I have decompressed them, and they are right here, stop motion files, and I've got these two folders and these two pictures, and they're all in this folder right here. So make sure you have them there. Then open up Adobe Premiere, which I've got right here, and typically you'll have this new window open up first. So this is the home window. I'm going to create a new project, and I'm going to call it Stop Motion. And I think I've done a number of these, but I'm just going to call it Stop Motion Project. How about that? And I make sure that it's in my user folder. Don't make sure it's not in the District OneDrive. We did this before. And then just hit OK right there. And then you'll end up with a project like this. A window like this. I'm going to double click right in here, or you can actually choose import, okay? Or you can, never mind. So you just import or Control I, and you'll get a window like this. Make sure you go to your video production folder, and you're going to find the files. Now mine are all right in here. I've got two folders, look and see there and look and see here. And I'm just going to select both of those and click import. What that's going to do, it's going to give me two folders, or they're called bins when they're in Premiere. I click import. It gives me a second. And then they're right here. So they're in this folder now. And before you before you drag them over here, let's go up and make a change that'll make it easier, because we want these pictures, all of these pictures, to be only 2 frames length. Now, I know frame is not really the measure of time, but we want them to be on the screen for 2 frames. And an easy way to do that is go up to the Premiere Preferences. So under the Premiere menu, go to Premiere Preferences, and then come down to the one that says Timeline. Make sure you're on Timeline. This window will pop up, and it'll have this timeline selected. Over here in this area, the still image default duration, right now it's 3 seconds. We want to change that to frames, and make sure this says 2 frames. That'll make it easy for you, okay? And then hit OK. And I'll show you how to correct that if you mess this up. That's not a big deal, but it saves you some time. So I hit OK. Then I'm going to start with the Lego Man. So I'm going to double click. And this is all of those files. Notice it goes from 1150 all the way down to 1264. So 160, well, who knows how many. I'm going to click the first one, scroll down to the bottom, and hold the Shift key down, and click the last one, and they all become selected. Then I'm going to click and drag them over to the right. Make sure they all drag, and you'll see that they're all right here. And when I do that, it creates a new sequence called this, Image 1264. Rename this. Just click on this project right here. This is the sequence. Click that and rename it to, I don't care what. You can say My Stop Motion, whatever, my Stop Motion Sample. I don't care. But something different. And then once you do that, you'll notice this changed as well. So if I zoom in by hitting the plus key, you'll see that this is made up of all those pictures. Now there is a spot somewhere in here where my hand got in the way, and you can find it. I don't know which one it is. Anyway, oh, there it is. I see it right there. So if you want to delete it, I don't know which one that is. You can. Let me hit plus. I see my finger right there, and I think it's on whatever that image is, 121, 1211. So if you find that number 1211 image, you can just delete it. There it is, and there's my finger sticking right there. So I'm going to click on this one, and I'm going to hit delete, And then I want to delete this gap also. So I'm going to click on this gap and hit delete there. So there we are. So that's taking care of that. I'm going to hit the backslash key, which is right under the backspace and right above the enter, to where this all fits. In fact, I'm going to shrink it a little bit more. I'm going to zoom out, hitting the minus key. Now I need to come back over here, and I'm going to go to the next folder, which is not the Lego man bin, but I'm going to click on this icon right here, and I'm going to go back up one, and I'm going to go to this one here, the end, which is all these pictures of me drawing on the paper. So I'm going to click the first one, scroll down, shift click on the last one, and I'm going to drag these right to the end of this. So I'm going to click and drag right over to here, and you'll see it's a chunk of photos, and I'm going to go right there, and you'll see it snap. It'll kind of magnetically snap right there. And I know that there was a kind of a mess up right here, so I'm going to zoom in and find, this is the Lego, here's the paper. There's somewhere over here where I started up again, right there. So here's where I start with blank paper. This one's not good, so I'm going to delete this one, and I think I need to delete that one, and that one, and that one. So you can start with white paper there. So it goes from here like this, then I jump to the white paper, and then right there. And then I'm going to delete that gap. And it's okay if you leave it in. It's not a big deal. So now I'm going to shrink. Let's see, I'm going to go to the very beginning. I'm going to hit the home key on my keyboard. Home key. And you'll notice that if I go to the next edit point, you'll see, let's see, is that the home key? Oh yeah. And I go right here. Oh, that's 2 seconds long. I think I did 2 seconds. I need 2 frames. So here, I'm going to show you how to fix what I was talking about. We're going to select everything right here. So Control A, select everything, right click on it, go to this menu where it says speed and duration. You'll get a window like this. Yep. And right here, this needs to be all zeros except for the last number. So I'm going to click in here. I have to change that 2 to be a 0, and this 29 needs to be a 02. Just like that. And there's a screenshot in the Canvas assignment, just like that. Hit OK, and as soon as I hit OK, you're going to notice these all shrink. Oh yeah, they shrunk so far they're out of the way. So now I'm going to go to, oh, hang on, undo. Let me try this again. Right click, select them all. Right click, speed duration. One thing I didn't do, let me show you, because you're going to make that same mistake. If you mess up, hit undo. Make sure they're all zeros and the last 2 numbers are 02, and before you hit OK, put a check mark right there, ripple edit shift trailing clips. Otherwise, it's going to shrink them where they are, and you'll have a whole lot of black in between. So now you're going to see them all shrink from what they were. They were like 2.5 seconds, almost 3 seconds. And here we go like this. And now they all shrunk. They're all there. And now I am going to just hit the space bar. I'll put my playhead at the beginning, hit space bar, and just kind of see. It's not going to be super smooth because it's trying to play 15 pictures every second. Your computer may not be able to do it. So that looks good. I'm now going to, with my timeline sequence selected in blue, notice that blue outline, come up to the File menu, go down to Export, and then Media. You can also learn the Control M shortcut, Control M. It brings up this window, which is going off my screen, so let me make it fit. You want the format to be H.264, so choose that. You want the preset to be high quality 720p, and then make sure the name right here is a good name of your video. This should be the name of the sequence that you named. And then it's also, I made sure that it's going into my video production, so I can click this. I will double check it's going to video production, and I hit save, and it's right there. Now the next step is to hit export, and it might take a little bit. Looks like 20 seconds for me. Probably going to be a little bit longer for you because your computers are like not that great. Okay, good. So you get a notice. I'm going to save. Notice that dot means I haven't saved. I'm going to save this. And I'm going to quit Adobe Premiere now because I don't need it open anymore. And I'm going to go to my files, which are right over here. And my video production. Here is my video that I just made. I can double click it and watch it. Here it is right here. And I'm going to shrink this to make sure it fits in the window. And I'll hit play. Yours should be exactly the same length as mine, so 12 seconds long. All right, and this is the file. You will find this file and you will upload it to Canvas. All right, hope that helps.